Wow.
Are you live?
Mr. Miller, these are being streamed on YouTube, so we were required by law to have our public hearings made available publicly on our website, so that's where you'll find those. So I want to call the public meeting hearing to order. The purpose of today's public hearing is to take any public comments in regards to economic development incentives that are being provided by the IDA for a project called Sunrise Courts LLC. My name is Jim Pierce. I'm the Executive Director of the Industrial Development Agency. This is Scott Gardner. He's our Economic Development Specialist at the IDA. And then we have Robin Marshalik here as well. She's our Director of Operations at the IDA. So pretty much this is almost our entire staff. So as I said, the purpose of today's public hearing is to take any comments about the proposed incentives. Just to give you a little background about the project, the company is called Sunrise Courts LLC. It's owned by Jordan and Heather Aldrich, as well as a couple principals that are located in California. The company manufactures and installs squash courts all across the country. They're also planning on maybe making pickleball courts as well as part of their project. They do have a small facility located in Rock Glen where they're currently manufacturing these courts, but they've outgrown the building. So they went and searched for a larger building and have proposed to buy the building on 2875 Merchant Road. The locals used to call the East Hill Bowling Alley.
It's going to be a bowling alley.
Yep. So they are working to secure that. So one of the things that we try to do to encourage capital investment and create jobs is provide some incentives. The bowling alley building is really in rough shape and was getting to a point where it was probably the roof was going to fall in and a variety of other things. So we felt as an IDA and a board of directors that it was important to step in to see if we couldn't encourage this investment to not only save the building, but to create some jobs and also encourage some capital investment into Warsaw and Wyoming County. So the total project cost is in the neighborhood of $570,000. The company is planning to create 4 full-time jobs in addition to their job or their role as owners of the company. Their plans include renovating the existing building, including a completely new roof and all new furnishes and fixtures and equipment that they're going to be required. They have to also put in a crane. These panel boxes that they make for the squash courts are extremely heavy. They fill them full of sand in the center of them. So they are not something you can just toss around without having the proper equipment to move it.
Right.
So the IDA has provided, the company has asked for 3 specific incentives, and the IDA will consider granting those at our next meeting, which will be on Thursday of next week. So the 3 incentives are a sales tax exemption. So anything related to the project that's subject to sales tax is going to be eligible or up for consideration by the board, and that totals an estimated $18,308. There's also a recording tax exemption. Anytime you get a mortgage to finance a capital construction project like this, the county charges you a mortgage recording tax exemption of 1.25% of the mortgage amount. So they've asked for that exemption, which will be in the neighborhood of $3,718. And then there will be a 10-year pilot on the project, meaning that the company will pay the taxes that are currently established on the building.
Right.
It's assessed currently at $140,000. So they're going to pay that regardless. But because of this new value they're going to add to the building, we're able to help them save on those new property taxes, because this building will increase in assessment once they start making some investments in it. For a period of 5 years, they're not going to pay any of those new taxes. And then it scales up 20% over the next 5 years to the end of the 10th year. So all in all, the total incentives are a total of $94,233. The purpose of the public hearing, as I said, was to take input from the public about the incentives. We're required by state legislation to do public hearings anytime the incentives reach a level of $100,000 or more. We're at 94,233, not quite there, but every project we've done lately has jumped way up in cost because of the increase in building materials and a variety of things. So we felt we better play it safe and have the hearing. So one of the things that we also look at is what's called a cost benefit analysis. If we're going to provide some public assistance to a project, we want to know what the return to the community is going to be on that. So we have a template where we plug in numbers based on the investment, the job creation, and it spits out kind of a benefit ratio. So every dollar of incentives provided by the IDA will return 26 locally. So the board felt that that's a really good return on the investment. So that's really what the project is all about. I'd be happy to take any comments either from us or from you, Mr. Miller, if you'd like to share something. We take these comments back to our board of directors at our next meeting where they will consider whether or not to approve this project. So.
Well, I originally saw in the daily, they carry all those notices in the back, and that's where I read it. I live in the town. I have lived in Warsaw, actually pretty near 30 years, and was part-time. And I'm interested to see anything would benefit the town, the county, the village, whatever. And if they have to spend a little money, if they could make more, that's the bottom line as far as I'm concerned. I'm all for it, myself. And I speak for everybody else.
You got the proxy from all the others in attendance here today. Well, we appreciate your comments. They're greatly appreciated, and I think we share your support of business growth here in the community. So, and these are local folks. I mean, they live here as well.
My wife and I lived here all year round now. We're in the new buildings, the new building on North Main.
Grandview or
Connect
55.
So
that's one of our projects as well. We provided some incentives to make that happen too.
I know what I want to see in the town or the village is Wendy's.
You want to see a Wendy's?
You get Wendy's here and I would be really happy.
Yeah. Well, ironically, when we recruited in the hotel developer, he doesn't do Wendy's, but he does Taco Bell, right, and he does Dunkin's. So that's why those are here. Yeah.
Well, that's good. So, well, I'm all for this project, and hopefully it'll go through.
Appreciate it, Mr. Miller.
Okay.
You're welcome to leave if you'd like, but we'll get your comments on the record and share them with the board.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Gardner, any comments you'd like to make about the project?
I forgot about that.
Oh, no, I'm all right. You're good.
Oh, you got any comments?
Yeah.
No, I think it's a good project. Again, the owners, operators are well respected in the community, and I think it's
Right.
bringing jobs and industry to our community is what we need.
Excuse me, the next meeting is Thursday. What time is that?
2:30 in the afternoon.
2:30 next Thursday.
Not here though. It'll be in our building, which is right up the street.
Yeah, where's
At the Ag and Business Center building, right behind Yummy's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in there. Oh, see, that's how much I'm not up to date.
Or you can watch it online if you want. It's live streamed, so.
Well, I'll see, 2:30 Thursday over there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you. Robin, any comments?
I'm excited to see the project come. As Scott said, they're, well respected in the community, and they're, good people, but I've never heard of squash ball before, and I didn't know how it was played, and I'm excited to hear about that and see that, and I'm sure most of the people in the community will be interested in it once it gets up and running.
Okay, so just for the record, we only had one participant, Mr. Miller, and he is now left. So since there's no other people here, I would close the public hearing. And then we can take these comments to the board next week.